This is the afternoon weather briefing. This is for Monday, the 25th of November. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather nice and quiet today, very mild. This will be the warmest day of the week. Showers tonight, cooler tomorrow, and really cold air comes in here by the end of this week and the upcoming weekend. Of course, the question is, will we have any strong storms Thanksgiving Day? All the new data is in, so let's take a look at it together. This is the upper air look across the country. And we have a short wave up north, and that's helping to push a cold front in our direction. Visible satellite view. Have a partly sunny sky over much of the state. And nothing on radar here. In fact, pretty quiet day across much of the country. That's the radar composite across the United States. It's a very mild afternoon. Look at those 70s. This will be the warmest day of the week, probably the warmest day of the next 10 days. So get out there and soak it up. Birmingham at 74, Huntsville 73, Mobile 79. But again, these numbers come down by about 10 to 15 degrees tomorrow. High should be closer to 60. There's the watch warning map, and again, for the travelers, we have winter storm warnings for parts of Colorado and Utah, the mountains there. Also, the Sierra Nevada mountains in California. Winter weather advisories for northern Wisconsin, upper Michigan, parts of New England. No severe thunderstorms are expected through tonight along that front. There could be a rumble of thunder, but again, probably not much rain. No severe storms. Tomorrow, no thunderstorms expected across the contiguous United States. And on day 3, keep in mind this outlook covers Wednesday and Wednesday night. This runs through 6 a.m. Thursday. And there's a circle of green here. That's not a severe weather risk. That just means there could be some thunder. And again, SPC is now updating their Day 3 outlook twice a day, so this is an updated outlook, and they still believe there is no need for a formal severe weather risk. At some point, they might look at introducing a marginal risk maybe Thursday for the southern half of the state, but again, the latest model data really not supporting a big severe weather problem, as you'll see. Rain for the next 7 days, about 1 inch for the northern third of the state, about a ½ inch around Montgomery, under 1/2 inch for the southern third of the state. And that will be with the showers we see tonight and the rain we get Wednesday night into Thanksgiving Day. So let's jump right ahead to tonight. Model fans, this is the HRRR, High Resolution Rapid Refresh, and this is valid at 07Z. This is 1 a.m., just after midnight tonight. And you can see a band of showers coming down through the state in advance of a front. And again, there could be a rumble of thunder somewhere, but again, this will not be a big rain event. No chance of any severe storms. The rain will not last long. Most of you will sleep right through it. And for most of the state, the showers should be over very early tomorrow morning, most likely before daybreak. And then this is tomorrow afternoon off the GFS, the 12Z run. And again, a zonal flow and a punch of cooler, drier air coming in here. The sky becoming sunny. The high tomorrow closer to 60. For the northern two-thirds of the state, that'll be about a 10 to 15 degree drop from today. And again, any showers by afternoon near the Gulf Coast, even there, probably not that many. So Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, biggest travel day of the year. Again, things look pretty quiet. The only issue I would see there would be the airport at Denver, where they might be in snow. Other than that, the big hubs look pretty good. Chicago, New York, Boston, Atlanta. For us, the day should be dry. The high will be in the 60s. A mix of sun and clouds. And again, no rain until probably late Wednesday night. So let's go to Thanksgiving Day. This is the GFS, the American Global Model, showing a weak surface load that's northeast of Atlanta. And a big batch of rain in here. And the GFS is suggesting it could rain a decent chunk of the day on Thanksgiving. But again, the European is radically different. It's showing the rain out of here. This is valid at 3 o'clock Thursday afternoon. And it's pretty remarkable to see that huge of a difference in the models, and we're only, 84 hours away from this thing. So again, the GFS is suggesting rain much of the day. The European is suggesting rain mainly during the morning, maybe early morning, with some clearing by afternoon. Hopefully we'll get some decent resolution here. By the way, we note for travelers, a pretty good-looking surface low in the European around Long Island. That could bring some pretty good snow to interior parts of New England up there. But in terms of any severe weather threat, this is the 12-kilometer NAM, valid midday Thursday. And this is the instability, buoyancy, the ability of air parcels to rise freely, one of the ingredients for strong storms. And there is some instability over the southern half of the state, but the better dynamics are pulling away, and it just seems out of phase. It just doesn't look like a severe weather problem at this point. I guess there could be maybe a strong storm over South Alabama Thanksgiving afternoon, but again, for the moment, we've got no risk defined. And again, there could be a marginal risk introduced tomorrow for Thursday, but we're just not believing it's going to be a big severe weather type day. But as always, once we get within 60 hours, and that will be tomorrow, we'll begin to get the high-resolution convection allowing models, the 3-kilometer NAM and the HER involved. And Thursday, the high, we'll start the day in the 50s, the high around 60. But bottom line is, for the northern half of the state, temperatures will likely be in the 50s much of the day. Kind of a cool day with 60s for South Alabama. So Friday, the rain is gone. And we're going to enter a dry stretch and a cold stretch. Notice that 540 line down to Huntsville in the Tennessee Valley. For the northern half of the state, highs will be in the mid to upper 40s on Friday with a pretty good north wind, but the sky will be sunny. This is Saturday. We start the day in the 20s for the northern part of the state. Again, the high Saturday will be in the mid to upper 40s. For the Iron Bowl, we're expecting upper 40s at kickoff in Tuscaloosa. The sky will be mostly sunny. That's a 2:30 kickoff, and then dropping to about 40 by the fourth quarter. But just cold and dry. And then Sunday, a reinforcing surge of cold air drops in. That 540 thickness line comes down to Montgomery. And Sunday, if you're in Huntsville, you might struggle to make it to the low 40s. It's going to be cold. And again, we start the day Sunday morning below freezing. And a week from today, this is Monday, the 2nd of December, northwest flow aloft, big trough on the Atlantic coast. And we might see some of the colder pockets over North Alabama in the upper teens. Come on now. 20s elsewhere. A good freeze all the way down to the Gulf Coast. The high Monday will stay in the 40s. A very cold day. Let's keep going. We'll go out 10 days. This is Thursday of next week, December 5th. The flow is zonal. And we're dry. High should be back in the 50s, and evidence of maybe a little light rain off to the west, maybe some light rain creeping in here toward the end of next week, but no sign of any big rain event next week. Much of the week just cold and dry. In fact, really not a lot of rain here. This is the European ensemble out to 15 days. This runs through December 10th, showing the mean for Birmingham, a little over 1 inch, really not that much for this time of the year. Temperatures off the NBM. Do you want to look? Again, this is for Birmingham. Your number could vary depending on your latitude. 60 tomorrow, 67 Wednesday. Then for Thanksgiving Day, 61. We'll probably hover in the 50s much of the day Thursday. And here comes that shot of cold air. Highs in the 40s, lows in the 20s mostly, Friday through early next week. Coldest morning, Monday morning, and the NBM showing 24, which means we'll probably see some of the colder pockets with radiational cooling getting down into the upper teens. And then highs get back in the low 50s by Wednesday and Thursday of next week, but still temperatures well below average. And hot off the presses. Brand new 8 to 14 day guidance. This is for December 3rd through December 9th. We're still in the blue. That's the pattern flip. You know, for much of November, the blue was in the west, the red was in the east. Now it's all flipped. Temperatures below average for the eastern half of the country, above average out west. All right, had a great time today in Holly Pond. Good to see all the senior adults there. Great to see them this morning. And, of course, there's no school programs this week because there's no school. It's Thanksgiving week. But, hey, tonight we're producing Weather Brains. I don't think we've missed a show since we started that show in 2006. We are 18 years old. Wow. And the weeks I'm on vacation, we do 2 shows, and we'll push them out at the same time. But anyway, we'll be on the air tonight. It's the Weather Brains, the show for weather geeks, dweebs, nerds, dorks, and weenies. YouTube.com/weatherbrains, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's not for the general public. This is for weather dweebs. And Kevin Closo is going to be on the show tonight. That'll be a lot of fun. He's a great guy from Norman, Oklahoma. And we'll talk a lot about outdoor venues and weather safety and what do you do when you got 80,000, 100,000 people at a venue and there's a tornado warning or a lightning delay. It's going to be a very interesting show. And the podcast, most of you listen, the audio podcast comes out late tonight. And, of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, right across the hall in Studio A, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.